I'm about to go on 5 different dates inside VRChat. Online dating is nothing new, but I feel virtual reality takes it one step closer to actually being there. Today, couples will share their stories. I'll hang out and interview 5 people about their experiences with online dating, specifically in VRChat. Before we start, I worked hard on this video, so if you do enjoy it, consider liking, subscribing, and checking out my other videos. Now, let's start the video. Online dating has helped millions of people find love across the world that otherwise would be much harder to achieve. Virtual reality brings online dating to a closer level, being able to see and interact with your partner, showing affection you can't quite show through text or video calls. It allows you to go places together, no matter the miles apart from each other. I think that's truly beautiful. Before we get to the dates, I want 2 couples to share their stories. Where they started and how they got to where they are now, and how it felt to move from online dating to living together. Where did you meet?
Sorry, he had this one.
We met essentially on Gary's mod, but in a friend group. We had a friend group of like individuals who were like admins and mods on Gary's mod, and so from there, him and I just ended up meeting, and I needed his help one night on something, and it just kind of went from there, really. Like, honestly, we ended up talking till 6 a.m. and it went on like that for 2 weeks. So
How long have you been together?
Well, me and Slayer, we've been together for 7 years now. We've been together for 7 years now. However, most of the time, 3 years of it was actually long distance. And then eventually we moved in together, and it's been about 4 years now since we've been living together. So
How was it going from online dating to living together?
honestly, going from online to in person is so much more different. It's very nice just because like now you get to be around that person that you would always be in Discord calls with like 24/7. You could literally just be in the same room as them.
or Skype or Steam call, or TeamSpeak, all that old stuff we used to use.
Oh yeah, and we would honestly, it's just nice. You're still in their presence, so you get to actually feel them, touch them, hug them. Unlike just, I guess you could say, dreaming about the next time you're gonna see them and everything. It's honestly so much better. And
Or if they're gonna be online today.
that, and you actually like learn how to be around each other physically. We were actually completely opposite when we were first living apart, and then something about us just completely switched the moment we began living together. Because I used to be a neat freak. I used to be very tight orientated, all this stuff. I planned everything out. He was very loose, go with the flow kind of person. Really messy room. I'd always tell him to clean it. And now, however,
it wasn't that bad.
it was horrible. It was
It was
horrible.
clean for a guy's room,
Now I'm the one who's always messy, and now he's the neat, clean, oriented one, And so it just, our lives have switched. They're changed a little bit being around each other. We kind of equal each other out still.
You'll be
It's more
surprised how
human.
much you learn from each other and then switch roles in a sense.
Where did you meet?
We think it's murder too, most likely.
No, it is murder too. I remember it. I was like the tiniest avatar, and a friend joined me, and I guess he joined that friend, and he was in this blue suit avatar, and that really stood out to me because I like suits on men. And I was looking up, I was like, wow, I respect you.
There was a lot of new people at the time in that group because I knew one friend mostly, and I started hanging out with them more. But they knew a whole bunch of people, and so I was kind of meeting them all. And they were mostly playing murder at the time and werewolf sometimes. So that's why I can't remember.
How long have you been together now?
We got together in October 2020.
October 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
You confessed to me at night at this very spot.
Yeah. And so, let's see, that's like about 2.5 years, I
ago.
think.
And
Yeah.
almost 8 months.
What was it like going from dating online to living together?
We visited each other twice before we
3 times.
decided to. Twice? 3 times?
3 times. Valentine's
you're
Day
right.
in the summer and Christmas.
Yeah.
I got
3
it all in
times.
here.
I had lived together on my own before. She hadn't. She was living with her family at the time, but I had started living with my family, or by myself, I meant. By the time she started moving in with me, it was like 1.5 years of me living on my own, so I was pretty experienced, and she kind of helped. I mean, she kind of, what's it called? She transitioned well. Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't really decorate much. No one really came over that often.
When I moved in with him, it all felt so unreal. Like, I don't know, since it's also really hot here, it felt like a summer vacation here, but forever.
Florida?
And yeah.
Texas.
No,
Oh, close enough.
Florida. Yeah, it's, oh my god, I love the weather here, and he doesn't like it when I say it, but to me it always feels like, wow, this is crazy that this happened. Like, we met on VRChat, and I thought that we'd be like, oh, it's gonna be like a few years till we can actually like move in together, but around the second time that I visited him, he was like, why don't you continue college where I live and we can be together? And I was like, my mom's never gonna agree to that. But she did, because she liked him. She had like a good mother gut feeling about him. And I was like, sick. And my dad was like, well, as long as you're going to college, you can go wherever. And I'm like, every day, I'm always like, wow, I'm laying next to a guy I met online, and he didn't kill me.
I had people fill out a form for the dates, since the dating app Nevermet liked my posts about this video and then proceeded to ban me for, I assume, breaking their terms and services. No hate, just genuinely found that funny. In this form, I had people say where they'd take their partner on a date inside VRChat. So let's go enjoy these mock dates and hear some experiences about dating in VRChat. What are your thoughts about online dating, specifically through virtual reality or VRChat?
This is a case of more like say as I do and not do what I do, because I would say in general, you're probably better off not doing that. Like staying clear of it, because there's always like problems involved with distance and then times people have to see each other or not, and it can create a lot of drama. And I was reading, somebody had a conversation about this in a Discord, and somebody said, just don't do it if you can't meet in real life. And then I thought about it and I was like, I mean, they kind of have a point. It creates this like pressure to be on VR usually as well, which for some people, you know, if they feel tired or whatever, some people just don't want to log on, and that's okay. If it's just on VRChat, keep it light, right? Like don't go all the way and like pretend marry and be like full on, you know, like all the way in there, full yandere. That's not good for either of the two people, trust me. If you happen to be an idiot like myself and you can't stop yourself from doing it, then I would say communicate. Talk as much as you can with the other person. You know, about what's good, maybe sometimes about what's bad.
How has your experience been with dating in virtual reality?
Thing is, for me, I've only been in 2 relationships. I've only been on here for like slightly over a year on VR, like with a headset and everything. Before VRChat, I used to just compartmentalize a lot of my emotions and just put everything in drawers, and you know, because I had a pretty rough time dealing with stuff and I had some pretty bad relationships in real life, so I just kind of stopped doing all of that. Because I figured it's healthier and I was being more productive that way. And then years later, I get on VR and suddenly I have all these feelings again, and I'm like trying to, like, I had to figure that out. But in the first relationship I got into, the other person was pretty complicated. I kind of got pulled into it because VR was new, and then there's this new person in this new space, and I don't even know all the social etiquette surrounding like all of this, right? Like if you're new, everybody who's already been in here longer than you, kind of you feel like they know what they're doing, and you're like the small, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm learning about this. But turns out everybody's an idiot anyway, right? So your instincts or feelings or whatever you have in that situation are worth any less, and you shouldn't just try to accommodate all the time for the other person. I think that was a bit of a problem there. And then with the second relationship, the one I'm with at the moment, I'd say it started off on a better energy already, and we had more varying interests in common than with the first one as well. So we don't just spend time on VR, we also do other stuff, like, sit in Discord and play some games because we enjoy similar types of games, and also movies and shows. So, as I said earlier, with the obligation to be in VR, it kind of takes that pressure off, and if somebody doesn't feel that well that day, they're a bit tired, you can just be like, we just hang out and watch a movie on Discord or play some games or whatever, I'd say you have to be a bit more careful, and you have to respect yourself. It's like any other relationship, right?
It's pretty chill. I mean, everybody wants to find someone, and especially with a social game, it's natural, normal. There's a lot of bad parts about it, but there's goods too. A lot of weirdos out there, I mean, not too good, but gotta keep trying. Just like dating in real life, can't find the good ones without the bad ones. But good stuff too. I've had longer relationships that were pretty good. So I would say it was definitely worth a try if you're looking for something.
Well, my honest opinion with dating in VRChat is that it very much varies with some people, specifically how you introduce yourself, how you meet people, and where you go in this game. Basically, I kind of have an analogy with this. I feel like dating in VRChat is kind of like a gacha game type of thing, where you can meet this wonderful person, you won't break up with him, or nothing drama related would happen within, if I say 4 or 5 months, and that would be an SSR character. But that's that small percentage. There's a 0.0% chance that you can actually find that person. And there's the people that there's those commons. Not saying it's bad, but there's some people that find relationships trying to fill up that hole, and people that don't think relationships are nice, and they're just doing it to just to have that feeling type of scenario. With dating in general, I didn't really have the best experiences with dating. I feel like other people would have better chances than me because of during the time I was not extremely young, but I was 18, 19 during the time, and currently I'm 22, and I was very really inexperienced with this sort of stuff, especially online, because I've only dated one person IRL, and that went pretty well, but it's an entirely different show in virtual reality. Coming from me, it doesn't really work out. I feel like if you have a plan with the person, I feel like it'd be best if you actually went there and just actually had IRL interactions with the people, and that would boost the chances of you guys staying together. I feel like human interaction is different from virtual interaction, most of the time.
So something I've noticed, right, is people separate it from dating IRL, and I don't see why you would. You're still interacting with people, and in some ways it's more free than you would IRL, because there's a lot of constraints that society puts on people that you don't have to deal with in this kind of world. And you don't have to worry about doing hair or makeup. You don't have to worry about dressing up to other people's style. You can just worry about being yourself. You don't have to worry that someone's gonna judge you for liking anime girls. And that kind of thing. So I guess I'd say that dating in VRChat's a bit more freeing. It's a nice way to be able to express yourself as who you are. Well, I won't say that I have the most extensive list of dating in VRChat. Because I've only dated 2 people in VRChat. That said, one was for several months and then the other has been over a year now. I got to know them on a level that I imagine very few people ever will. We know each other on a level that we never would have had we met outside of VRChat. VRChat allows us to express ourselves so much more freely. We do some fun things with other people that certain relationships wouldn't when it comes to being in VRChat, because when it comes down to it, we both know that that's not what our love is about. Our love is about who each of us are. Our ability to love each other isn't reliant on other people. It's something that is unique and special to us.
I feel like it's like probably just about as you would expect it in real life, but I mean, it gives a lot of people a chance to actually meet people they never would have met in their life if they had I don't know, explored their local community or like anywhere where they live. Like it gives people a chance to meet others like outside of their country even. I kind of met my own boyfriend that way, and we've been dating for a year. I never would have met him any other way, and I don't think I would have ever gotten that chance if I never played VRChat. So like, I'm thankful for that. I honestly hope it continues to go as well as it does. I wouldn't say it's like been completely perfect. There's always been some like rough spots with other people. There's always been misunderstandings on my part and misunderstandings on other people's part. But I mean, that kind of comes with the territory of dating. It's something you have to keep trying at. You can't just give up on. Maybe you can take a break from it as you go. Eventually you'll get there though. And I feel like it's worth it for all of that. Took my chance on someone, on my current boyfriend, and like, we ended up meeting up in real life, dating at Waffle House, kind of like this. And we hit it off at that point, and we decided to fully commit to what we were doing. That decision has, I haven't regretted that decision at all.
This video is only about 20 minutes long, but I spent an entire day with all of these people, and it was wonderful. Thanks to everyone who was involved, and although it's too much to show in this video, I will always hold on to these memories and the nice chats we had. What have your experiences with dating in virtual reality been like? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been a wonderful project that I am proud to have worked on. Thanks to everyone involved in making this video possible, and to those who support me with encouraging words. If you enjoyed the video, please consider checking out my other videos and subscribe for more. Thanks to my Patreons who support me, it means a lot to me. As always, have a great one.